Okay, so we're just here with Paris, and what we're going to be working on is a setup, working on one of Paris's biggest behavior issues, which is greeting new people at the door, guests coming into the house, people knocking on the door and coming into the house is a big, big trigger for her, causes her to act out aggressively, try to nip them, run at the door. And so we're going to really prevent that by using what we have here as our place command. And so she's already on her place command right now, and this is going to be her default position when in the living room, is going to be hanging out on her place command in this relaxed position. You can see also she has a tether attached, so that means that the leash is tied up and it's tied to something solid. So if she does get off that bed, she can't actually rush all the way off there. She can only get a couple feet, if that. And so what we're doing is we're working on a setup where somebody's going to be coming to the door, they're going to be knocking on the door, we're going to be inviting them in, and they're going to be sitting down, and Paris is going to be held accountable for laying on that place bed the whole time, right? She's not allowed to break that command. So what that means is if she gets off the command, if she starts to get off the command, so gets up out of that down and starts to step off, we'll say no and give a correction, which is going to be a tap on this e-collar. For this behavior here, since it's a pretty big trigger for her, we're going to make sure our e-collar is set pretty proactively high to make sure it's motivating enough for her to not break that command and not rush at that door, which is a very, very heavily reinforced activity for her, and it's something she's done a lot of repetition of in the past. So we're going to say no, give that correction at a motivational level. So for her, that's probably going to be 30, maybe even a 40 in this context. And we're going to correct if she breaks the command. We'll also correct if she barks in that command as well. Or if she gets up out of that command and starts to step off, we'll correct that as well. And making sure that she's staying in that down position in that command is going to be the important thing. That's that nice calm down, not sitting up, not trying to, reach across that place bed to sniff. We want her in that nice calm position, laying down. So when our guest comes to the door, what we're going to do is we're going to walk down to the door, answer the door, bring the guest in and have them sit down. And we're going to instruct the guest not to give the dog any affection, eye contact, not talk to the dog. And we're just going to make it a very neutral experience. So the dog, our Paris, is not going to be getting off this place bed, and our guest, who also has a dog, won't be interacting, right? That's not going to be Paris' job to interact with that. And again, we're going to correct any attempts to do so by saying no and tapping on the stimulation on the e-collar so she returns to this state of mind here, this calm laying down position. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Come on in. Come on in. Just close the door behind you, please, and thank you. It's very cold.
Will do.
You do not want to let that in. You brought your dog with you.
Yes, I did.
I have my dog in the living room, so please just ignore her, okay? And just maybe keep your dog a little bit away from her for the moment, and we'll let them introduce in a little bit. But she's just laying down right now, so just try to ignore her.
Heel. May I sit on your couch?
Yeah, definitely.
Beautiful.
Definitely. You can sit on the couch, like I said.
Keep it
Just
down.
ignore the dog as best as you can.
Good girl. Thank you.
Good girl, Paris. Good job.
Down.
Nice work. Good stuff.